You're watching R&M, RBG TV. Peace and Black Power family, what it do? What's good? What's happening? Single when I used to see R&M. You watching another episode of R&M, RBG TV. You already know I keep the G. Raw and uncut, common sense, science talk for the family that you already know that we need to have. Common sense for the common people. Dealing with common issues. Seeking common solutions. But like always, you already know before I get it in, I always got to throw this out on the table. You should know this by now, family. Black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. No time to be wasting. So dig it. We're going to get into some major shit today. I'm coming at the fellas today. Yeah. Gotta talk to the fellas today. Gotta talk to my bros on this one, man. The homies, the comrades, the bros, the fellas, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves out there. You. I'm going to call this one, I'm going to call this breakdown today, I'm going to call this one, Nations Die Because of Weak Defenses. I'm going to repeat that again. Nations die because of weak defenses. Alright, let's get it. So the reason why I came up with that title, that concept, that idea, you dig? Once again, nationhood, nation building, unification, etc., 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 etc. All the good words black folks love to throw out nowadays, right? But again, when dealing with a building or rebuilding a nation, that is, with dealing with us, in our case, we got to rebuild. How in the hell, right? How in the hell can that nation stand and thrive correctly? You feel what I'm saying? And survive from generation to generation. If the two main pillars, the two most powerful pillars, whether good or bad, nonetheless, the two most powerful pillars of that nation, which is the man and woman, in our case, the black man and the black woman, you dig? If they at odds, it's not going to work. It's not logical. So what am I saying? I'm going to start off with a little quote. If y'all remember, I used to say this all the time, right? The might of the nation rests within the women. The defense of the nation rests within the men. The legacy of the nation rests within the youth. When your women are in good standings, so shall be her nation, as well as her defense and legacy. When the women are in poor standings, so shall be the nation, its defense, and its legacy. So what am I saying? Women are the life givers. You dig? We know this by now. How many times do we all just go through this? The black woman is God, period, point blank. Get it through your heads. All life comes through her. Without her, there is no life. There is no life to be given. You dig? She's that throne on which every man on this planet sits on. Don't even realize it. But nonetheless, she is that mighty throne. She is the womb. She is that life giver. That first teacher. The primary nurturer, etc., etc., etc. No need to go into that too much. But when it comes down to the whole fact of just realizing her might and how powerful she is and how she affects all those around her on all levels of the game, right? With that being said, that which she is engaged in, the nation will follow. It will reflect in the people. That which she's not will do the same thing. Her defense will reflect that. Her legacy will reflect the same thing. Right? Everybody likes to throw up, especially in modern times, right? Nowadays that we're talking about. A lot of the sisters like to throw out the whole notion of, where the men at when we need them. They ain't ever around. And not for nothing, let's keep it 100. We got to be fair. We got to keep it a G, you know what I'm saying? They are within their rights. within, to a certain extent, to say what they say. So I have no problem with them saying that because they're expressing their true feelings. Cool, no problem. But not to point fingers and point blame, but let's keep it 100. You as a primary factor, black woman, right? That what you do is going to attract two types of energies, positive and negative. Period, point blank. Right? If you want to attract this, especially with dealing with the bros, dealing with the men, right? You want to attract that kingly vibe that everybody loves to throw out. That king or that godlike vibe or whatever. Or just okay, modern everyday terms. A regular stand-up type dude. Down for you type dude. You looking for that type of man. You, sister, you have to get on some really, you really got to center in on yourself. You cannot get caught up in the ills and the traps of society. You can't get caught up on what you see on TV. As far as, trying to copy over the Nicki Minaj's and all of them, whoever's on TV right now doing it big, or quote unquote. Or you can't get caught up in the whole quote unquote reality TV, trying to live like them. You can't get caught up in the music, how they degrade the women. You can't live that life just because it sounds good to a beat. So in other words, again, I'm saying it starts with you, sis. That energy that you portray from the time your feet hit the floor to the time you walk out your crib to the time the first person sees you walking down the block, that's going to be the determining factor on how folks treat you, how folks come at you, and so on and so on and so on. Now, time out. Of course, morally speaking, it shouldn't matter what you do, say, wear, etc., etc., etc. Folks shouldn't prejudge. Yes, we already know about being prejudiced. We get it all the time. We know what it is. It is what it is. But that's just one of the things that ain't going nowhere no time soon. Prejudice is there. So you're judged based on your presentation. How you speak, how you carry yourself, your entire aura. That is very vital, sisters. Again, that right there, your aura is going to be what sets the tone for your nation from that point on. You feel what I'm saying? Because from that point on, now the fellas that see you, the men, now I'm talking to you now, guys. Now when you see her, when you see the sisters, right, reigning and ruling in their natural essence, again I say their natural essence, not this bullshit that they caught up into, fellas, pay attention. When you see that, when you witness it, when you experience it, it will make you, literally, I cannot say this again, stress it enough, it will make you, it's not going to give you a choice, it will make you, fellas, get your shit on some act right. Especially if you're thinking on some, I'm trying to get with this sister, or I'm trying to have some type of interaction with this sister, you're going to get on some act right. Because a real genuine sister that's on her shit, from top to bottom, she's not going to tolerate no bullshit. She's not. Period. And nowadays, those are the sisters that most men like to call the stuck-up ones. They like to call them the stush ones. They like to call them I can't really think of some other names, but nonetheless, they like to give them that whole negative title and negative vibe or whatever. All because, nonetheless, she put you up to the challenge that you couldn't meet. And that challenge wasn't, basically, brothers, for you to get on some act right. Be a freaking man. Man up. You know what I'm saying? Show her that you can be a man for yourself. Show her that you can be a man for her by way of provision, by way of security, assurance, being a sense of comfort for her when she needs it. You know what I'm saying? It may not be all the time, but when she needs it, when she genuinely needs it, you know what I mean? Be in that ear just to let her talk, because you already know the sisters love to talk. Sometimes they just want to talk to you. You know what I mean? So because you couldn't meet the challenge, because you couldn't get your shit together and man up, now she's all this, that, and the third, everything, you know what I'm saying? You got every name for everything but the child of God, metaphorically speaking. But then you'll go right out, and you know the type of sister that you will get, fellas? You know what type of sister you're going to get? You are going to get the weak-minded sister, the sister that's caught up in society, right? The sister that's not really about her business. The sister that really don't give a damn about shit, anything and everything. But yes, she want to turn up. Yes, she in the club. Yes, she in that, you know what I'm saying? Doing all kinds of shit. Running around the streets. Doing whatever. Looking however. Talking however. Those are the sisters that you go for. Those are the sisters that you go for. Let's keep it G. Let's keep it really G. You dig? And not for nothing, it doesn't do anything positive to the situation. Because not for nothing, because you couldn't handle the challenge, and now you started degrading and putting all kinds of ill wills on the sisters now. You push them other directions, i.e. interracial relationships. Now, I'm not giving any excuse, sisters. Don't get me twisted by fault. I'm not making any excuses for interracial relationships. You need to work that shit out with the black man, period, point blank. If you can't work it out with him, find another black man and keep it moving. Anyway, back to the brothers. You find a weaker-minded sister trying to manipulate and control, or to make yourself feel better and look better, because you really ain't about shit. So you need something that's lesser than you, so you can feel up, right? But you fail to realize that the challenge that the upright sister was given to you, you fail to realize she was simply trying to raise you up, brother. She was trying to raise your self-esteem, raise your character and dignity, so y'all could be on equal level playing field as counterparts. Because again, she's raising you up because she has that mothering spirit as the great mother, quote unquote. You dig? She's trying to get her folks in line. She's trying to get her people in line so her people, her nation can rise and thrive. But you missed that whole challenge, dude. Because all you thought was, let's keep it, not time out, but forgive my language, whatever. All you thought was, who the fuck is this bitch? That's what you thought. That's what you thought. That's the attitude that you had, because your feelings got hurt because you didn't see what she was really trying to do, bro. She was trying to raise you up. So you diss her and you go for the weak-minded sister who does nothing for you. You feel what I'm saying? Spends up all your money, smoke up all your weed. All you want is run the street, looking at your homeboy. You feel what I'm saying? Breaking up your relationships with your homies. Because you dig? Come on, fellas. So, what am I saying, homies? What am I saying, fellas? Tighten up. Very simple. Tighten up. Man up, stand up. Because not for nothing, when another sister comes to you, and there's going to be not too many, but there's going to be another one or another two and down the line or whatever, you better be on guard. Because at the end of the day, your nation is lying. It rests on that relationship. Let's keep it 100. Black relationships are revolutionary. Those are revolutionary acts. Those are, matter of fact, that's a combat act if you really want to put it in that term, since this is a wartime scenario. That's a combat scenario. That's a combat maneuver, because you're going against the grain already right then and there. You're going against, and you're fighting against racism and white supremacy right then and there, just by being a strong black relationship. That's against status quo already. So again, when she comes to you, you better have your shit lined up, because not for nothing, again, the nation rests within that relationship. It's leaning on that relationship. You dig? Flip the script. Sisters. Yes, I was coming to you too. Because again, this is everything. This has to do with both sides. We need your presentations to get back to where they were. Back on some queen like, some goddess like. You dig? Activities. Royal type act. Not saying that you gotta be all holier than that, because I'm not talking on no religious shit. I'm simply talking on you being a natural black woman, the way you do it, only way you can do it. Not caught up in society again. Not caught up in the bullshit. Not caught up trying to be this, that, and the third, knowing damn well you ain't going, you can't compete because that's some celebrity fantasy bullshit. But you just simply being a certified, bona fide woman for your people. That will attract all of the greatness that you keep saying is not out here. So it starts with you. It's going to trickle down to that brother. You feel what I'm saying? Raise him up. Don't hit him with the, come here, brother, I'm trying to raise you up. Because that right there, he's going to not even look at you and take you serious from Jump Street. But simply just maneuver the way you maneuver naturally. That aura. You know what I'm saying? Them pheromones or whatever. I think that's the word. Yeah, the pheromones, they going to start flying. And they going to attract the right ones. The right one. It's going to attract the right one. I say again. You hook up. You build. Invest time with one another. Right? Learn him. He learns you. While he's learning you, while he sees you in your uprightness and your aura shining bright, as a man standing on his own too now, right? He's now saying to himself, you know what? I gotta protect this at all costs. I gotta defend this at all costs. I got to. Because there's no way in hell, me being the man that I am now, knowing that I know, you know what I'm saying, knowing what I know, vibing the way we vibe, there's no way in hell I can let that pass up. There's no way in hell I can let that be damaged, hurt, or harmed. You feel what I'm saying? Or mistreated, or violated. I can't let that rock. So I'm going to defend it. I'm going to defend it. This should be the mind state of our brothers today. But again, they don't have it due to a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a slew of different things. A slew of different things. But nonetheless, that should be the mind state. You should get that warrior, protector, security mind state, provisional mind state. Because not only do you want to protect and defend that, you know what I'm saying, even in the early stages, but as time goes on, due to that time investment and you know what I'm saying, that y'all don't put down or whatever, you're going to want to provide for her. You're gonna want to provide. Let's keep it G. Because now y'all should be, you know what I'm saying, talking about not necessarily nationhood, but talking about building amongst yourselves. Y'all should be talking about marriage. Y'all should be talking about having kids. And it's that and the third. Because that right there, that's nation building right there. And y'all don't even know it. You don't have to go out on Front Street talking about, oh, we're nation building today. No, you simply just vibe. Again, I say black relationships are a revolutionary act. So with that simply being said, you're fighting the system just by being together. Not fighting one another. Again, how can a nation rise and stand, you feel me, or even be recognized for that matter, if the two main pillars are fighting one another, which is the black man and the black woman in our case and scenario? It goes hand in hand. It takes two to tango. I'm not going to put all of this just on the brothers. I'm not going to put it all on the sisters. I'm putting it on all of us. I'm putting it on all of us. All of us, because all hands are on deck. We all play a role in this. We all play a role in this. We all got a part to play in this. You feel me? Like I said, we need our sisters to get back in tune with them and out of tune with society. Tune into yourselves. Tune into who you are as a person. Learn to love yourself when you look in that mirror. You feel me? When you take your hair out, when you take your nails and lashes and all that stuff, come on, sisters, we already know, don't play games. This is what you do. Not everybody. Big up to the sisters that's rocking that cosmic crown and that natural beauty. We already know. I share to you. But for the majority of our sisters, again, caught up in society, caught up in all this bullshit. What do you love? You know what I'm saying? What you look at when you look in the mirror? Because if you don't, that's the shaky foundation from that point, right then and there. Because again, it starts with you, sis. Life all comes through your womb. Every man has to basically seek permission to get next to you in the first freaking place. So it's all starting with you. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself. And then your aura will already start to build and shine off. The right one will catch up onto it and then be attracted to it. He'll be pulled into you. You guys can do some work. That's nation building. And what is nation building more than a million gazillion different families and different relationships? So again, that's nation building. But nations cannot be built. You feel me? If the might ain't right. Nations can't be protected if the defense ain't shit. And what legacy will you have for your nation when, you know what I'm saying, when all you're going to have basically as far as the children as a product, whatever, they're going to be running around basically going to recreate the same shit that we produce, which was nothing. They're going to do what they see us doing. So why not change the tone, family? Change up the tempo. Black relationships are revolutionary. But again, a nation dies from weak defenses. Period. Point blank. And the might of the nation rests within the women. So ultimately, the defense of the nation rests within the men. You see how this comes full circle, family? All hands are on deck. We all got a part to play in it. It's not just the bros again. It ain't just the sisters again. It's all of us. We need to build more black relationships. Genuine relationships. Not just sexual. Not just sexual. And then when the product comes out, when the child comes, comes forth from that sexual relationship, not a loving relationship, but from a sexual relationship, the child comes forth. Now you want to use the children as ammunition against one another. I'm going to say it again. Black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Without black love, individually and then collectively, you feel me? A nation dies with weak defenses. But again, the might of the nation rests within the women. So it's hand in hand. We're linked up. You cannot escape it. We came into hell together. We got to get out of hell together. Period. I think I'm gonna let this one rock after. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna let this topic just simmer and marinate for a little bit. I hope y'all listening though, man. Real talk, fellas. You gotta get on your A game. Man up and stand up. Stop being punks out here. Real talk. I'm keeping a G on this one. Stop being punks out here. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Stop trying to be the rappers. You feel what I'm saying? Feed into all this media shit. Well, I should say. You eating the media. Yes. You're feeding yourself the media. Stop doing it. Because you're filling yourself with lies. You're filling yourself with misery. You feel what I'm saying? But then got the nerve to turn around and talk about these hoes ain't loyal. Forgive my mouth, sisters. I'm just keeping it 100. Stand up. Be a man. Be a man. Because once you start standing up, you can be able to be attracted to the right person, the right woman. And then you don't have to talk about these hoes ain't loyal. You don't have to talk about these women ain't shit. Once you manned up, you can start seeing a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Trust me. Trust me. Once you start manning up, you can see a lot of different things. You can hear a lot of different things. You can feel a lot of different things that you did not feel before. All because you blinded yourself trying to be, you know what I'm saying, in the in crowd. Trying to be on, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it rain and trying to do all this other shit. Getting caught up in society. Being that weak defense. You feel what I'm saying? Further partaking in the degradation of our black woman. But then got the nerve to talk about why the children acting the way they acting. Look how the parents are acting. Look how mama acting. Look how pops is acting. It goes hand in hand. Again, nations die because of weak defenses. Don't you wanna live? Don't you wanna be that immortal people that we like to brag about? Don't you wanna be back on top? Stop begging. Stop crying. Man up and stand up, fellas. If you want to talk about this one, by all means, leave some feedback in the comment section. We need to discuss this one. Real talk, man. Because let's keep it G. The sisters, they hate what they see when they look at us, man. You know why? You know why? Because a nation dies because of weak defenses. That's why they hate us. Well, that's why they look at us with such disgust. You feel what I'm saying? They look at us as a whole with such disgust because of all the shit that's been going on from generation to generation, to generation to generation, to generation to generation. No more, man. We ain't got time for that, man. No more excuses, no more crying, no more bullshit. No more running to Becky, Susie, Amber, none of that. You better stay with Tasha. You better stay with Keisha. Work that shit out. You better. Your nation depends on it. You better stay with Ray Ray, Earl, Rob. Your nation depends on it, sister. We have no more time. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. Probably another time after that, too. But black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Black relationships are revolutionary tactics. That's a war maneuver. Fight back, yo. Fight back. Fight back. I think y'all got it, man. I think y'all got it on this one, man. Like I said, holla at me if you want to talk, man. Comment section. You already know. But in the meantime, between time, you already know you've been watching R&M RBG TV, family. You knows I keeps it G. Common sense talk for the common sense people. Dealing with common issues, seeking common solutions. As always, I'm your brother in Google, now you see R&M. Stay tuned to the next one, man. Let this marinate, let it simmer, let it do something to you on the positive. But again, family, we got to understand what it is, man. The might of the nation rests within the women. The defense of the nation rests within the men. The legacy of the nation rests within the youth. When the women are in good standing, so shall be her nation and her defense, as well as her youth. When the women are in poor standings, so shall be a nation, a defense, and the youth. It all goes hand in hand. We got to do this together, because together the ant shall conquer the elephant, family. Let's get it, yo. But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked right here, man. This is R&M RBG TV, baby. Peace, love, and black power. Black love is the cure for the black nation. I told you I was going to say it again because it's that real. So let's get it, damn it. Peace.